If you're trying to open a UK PayPal account as a non-resident, most methods you'll find online simply won't work. In this video, I'm gonna show you the exact setup that actually works, step by step, completely legal and built for the long term. I'll first show you the requirements, so what you need beforehand, and then we'll create the PayPal account together with those details. By the end, you have a fully functional UK PayPal account that can receive payments in British pounds, work with UK platforms and operate just like any other legitimate UK business, without being a UK citizen or resident. Let's start with the requirements. First, we need a UK company. This will be our business entity. Next, we need a UK bank account, a UK address and a UK phone number and IP address. Once we have these pieces in place, setting up the PayPal account itself is actually pretty straightforward. So let's dive right in. You might be thinking, why do I need to set up a company? I want to make a personal PayPal account. If you're a non-resident trying to create a personal UK PayPal account, for this you either need to be a citizen or actually live in the country. I've seen this happen countless times. People think they can just use a VPN and a fake address, but PayPal's verification systems are way too sophisticated for that approach. The bottom line is, if you're not a UK resident, PayPal will not support a personal UK account in any stable long-term way. You need a UK company structure. And for this, you have two main options here: a limited company, an LTD, or a limited liability partnership, an LLP. An LTD is a separate legal entity, which means you're dealing with UK corporate tax at about 25% plus accounting requirements and ongoing filings in the UK. An LLP, on the other hand, is what is called a pass-through structure. That means it's tax transparent. There's no corporate tax in the UK and profits flow to you personally. It's much simpler with compliance, it has much lower cost, and no tax is required to be paid in the UK. So for most international setups, the LLP is definitely the way to go. You get a legitimate UK business entity that PayPal recognizes and accepts, but without the tax and compliance requirements of an LTD. So we are going for the LLP structure in this video. Alright, so let's get our LLP set up. You need a minimum of 2 partners. These can both be foreign individuals, or you can even make your existing company from any country one of the partners as well. The key thing is you need 2 separate entities listed as partners. You also need a UK registered address, which has to be a physical address in the UK where official documents can be delivered. But don't worry though, I'll show you exactly how to get this even if you're abroad. The best way to handle all this paperwork is through a formation agent. For this tutorial, I'm using First Formations because they're one of the most established agents in the UK and they have a package specifically designed for LLPs. They incorporate the company for you, provide you with a UK physical address and make sure you stay compliant. For First Formations, I've left a link below for where you can form your company. If you want a full guide on actually opening your LLP as a foreigner, I've made a dedicated video on that as well, which I will link below. The price is going to be roughly £200 and takes 1 working day to process. Next up, we need a UK business bank account. Now, traditional banks like HSBC or Barclays are basically impossible for non-residents. They want you to visit in person and want you to have a physical connection to the country. That is why I recommend fintech banks like Wise, Airwallex or World First. These are designed for international business owners and can usually be opened entirely online. For Airwallex, for example, you can open an account easily online. From their site, you create an account and follow the prompts. You upload your LLP documents, verify your identity, and answer questions about your business model. Approval usually takes 1 to 3 business days, and then you have a UK bank account that works perfectly with PayPal in the name of your company. Next, we need a UK address for verifications. When forming your company, you get a UK address assigned by the agent. You want to use this registered address that comes with the LLP from First Formations. In most cases, that is sufficient for setting up your PayPal business account. If you need additional proof of address later, your business bank statement from the banks will be accepted. It shows your LLP name at the UK address on an official document. The key here is getting that first statement generated. Once Airwallex or Wise processes your account and sends you your first monthly statement, that document becomes legally valid proof that your LLP operates from that UK address. Alright, now let's create our PayPal account. So you want to go to paypal.com, but there's one important thing we need to do before we start. As we can see right now, I'm on the local version of PayPal, which is in the Netherlands. However, I need the UK version and I need to apply as if I am based in the UK. So it's really important that you use a UK IP address to show you're applying from the UK. Now, I personally use NordVPN. I wouldn't recommend using free VPNs for this, as they can still often detect that these are VPN servers. So for NordVPN, I'll leave a link down below. Once you have that installed, you simply want to connect to the United Kingdom. So let's type that in. I'm gonna connect right here. So there we go. Now we're connected to the UK. Then I'm gonna refresh the page. And then now, as we can see, it brings us to the UK version, which is where we need to be. Then in order to create an account, of course, here we want to select business and then we click sign up. Okay, so the first thing we then need to do is fill in our first and last name and choose the country or region where your business is legally established, which for us, of course, is the UK. Once we fill this in, we can then see that we also need to fill in a phone number, and this is automatically set at a UK phone number. Now you can see that the slider is available and you can change this to a local number in your own country. However, to stay consistent with the setup of setting up a British account, I would highly recommend you to use a British phone number starting with +44. Now most likely you don't have a number, and for that I always use Receive SMS. I will leave a link down below. This is basically a platform for where you can rent a number from the UK or the US or Canada for a monthly fee. So we can go right here. We can select UK, select this number, and basically buy this number. I already have this one right here, which I'm now gonna fill in right here inside PayPal. And then I'm gonna click agree and create account. There we go. Then we want to click text you a code. Then we simply fill in the code that we got inside Receive SMS, just like that. We click submit. Now we need to activate our account for PayPal, so we click let's go. Now here we want to select the type of account. Of course, we select business account, and here we select that we are a partnership, and we then click continue. Then we need to fill in more information about our business, so the legal name, our trading name, a registration number, a VAT ID number if we have that. So let's fill this in right now. Okay, so I filled in the details right here. Then what do you sell or services do you offer? Now I'm simply going to do education, but you can simply choose whatever is closest to what you do. And if you don't really want to use this for a business account, just fill in something general. And for the monthly sales, I'm going to do the lowest. Purpose of this account, I'm going to say to send payments. Do you have a business website? If you have, you can list it here. I'm going to select no. We fill in our phone number again. We can simply use the same that we used for the sign up. And then we need to fill in the business address of our LLP that we got from First Formations. For me, that was this address right here in London in Covent Garden. Once we fill this in, we click continue. Then we need to fill in some basic information about ourselves as the owner. So name and last name, what's your date of birth. And here a key thing is, as you can see, the nationality doesn't need to be UK. We can change this to other countries. For me, since I'm from the Netherlands, I'll type in Netherlands. I'll select that right here. Okay, and here we're getting asked what is our residential address, where you live most of the year. Make sure it matches the residential address on your tax documents and it's not a PO box. Since we are non-UK residents not living in the UK, usually what works well is simply selecting same as registered business address. If they then ever ask for proof of address, you can simply provide the documents of your business bank account as proof of address. So then we click continue. Okay, then we need to fill in the stakeholder information of the company. Then we have a question about business entity owners. Does the company have a beneficial owner that's a legal entity owning more than 25% of the business? Basically what they're referring here to, if there is like a foreign company or local other company, like a limited company, owning more than this. In my case here, it's owned by two persons, 50-50. So for me, this is going to be no. Maybe select this button and we click that's everyone. Okay, then we're going to get some general questions. So did the organization earn 50% or more of its gross income from dividends, interest, rents, or royalties or similar sources? For me, that is no, and I click next. Then if 50% or more of the assets held, then if more than 50% of the assets are held in bank accounts, shares, property, intellectual property, or anything similar, for me, that is yes. Is your organization an international organization, meaning it's primarily made up of governments? For 99% of people, it's going to be no. If you're publicly traded, also no. If you're a non-profit, again, no. Okay, then eventually we're gonna land on this page, which is the homepage of our business account. As you can see, there is an available balance of £0, of course, because it's a new account. The name of our company, and here all the tasks that are still open. Now, perhaps you need to add some more personal information, or I have other questions open. For me, I can now click on link a bank account, so let's do that. Then from here we click log into your bank instantly, agree and continue. And then here there are going to be some banks available that are popular. Now you might have chosen Revolut or Monzo, but all the other banks pretty much not going to be possible for us. So when we search for example, Wise here or Airwallex, or any basic bank that we search for is not going to be available. So we want to click link bank account manually. And then what we need to do is find the bank account sort code and account number inside our fintech account. This is going to take a little longer. They're going to send us two small deposits of a code. Basically, this could be 60 cents or 45. You got to fill in the exact amount here in PayPal to confirm that account. So that is how you should do it. It can take a little longer, but it's still quite easy. Then once everything is verified, start slowly. Don't immediately try to process thousands of pounds in transactions. Begin with smaller amounts to build up a transaction history and establish trust with PayPal. Try to maintain consistent activity rather than having long periods of inactivity followed by sudden spikes. Regular, predictable transaction patterns is what PayPal likes to see. Now let's be clear about the tax situation. While your LLP doesn't pay corporate tax in the UK, that doesn't mean it's tax-free. The LLP is tax transparent, which means you're still responsible for taxes in your home country. This protects your credibility and keeps everything above board. Your LLP will need to file annual accounts and confirmation statements with the company's house, but the good news is that First Formations offers ongoing services to help with these requirements, so you don't have to worry about missing important deadlines. And that is pretty much the complete process for setting up a UK PayPal account as a non-resident. If you set this up correctly with a proper LLP, legitimate banking and consistent details, you can run a fully functional UK PayPal account from anywhere in the world. I've put all the links you need in the description below, including First Formations for the LLP setup and NordVPN for consistent UK access. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more international business tutorials. Let me know in the comments how your setup goes, and I'll see you in the next video.